In this Valentine's Day episode, love is in the air with Fry and Amy's romantic escapade. Alongside Bender's thriving dating service. Aired just before Valentine's Day, the episode references another 1959 classic, Put Your Head on My Shoulders, by Paul Anka.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Another episode full of great moments and new characters.
Slots player, huh?
Zap even shows up doing what he does best, being hilarious.
I'll just have everything on the menu.
Stick around to the end for the vote for best moment, and let's get into the episode. With the opening subtitle saying, not based on the novel by James Fenimore Cooper, a 19th century writer famous for books like The Last of the Mohicans, who must have also had a book titled not based on the novel, which is probably another classic. Classic enough that you should leave a like on this video. Little Lulu is our opening cartoon, a 1946 episode titled Chick and Double Chick. Welcome to the Hip Joint, where Futurama fans get in free. Malfunctioning Eddie.
Hi, I'm Malfunctioning Eddie.
Accompanied by George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, kick off the episode with a President's Day sale, advertising the Plymouth V'ger, another Star Trek reference. Or they could just be making fun of the Plymouth Voyager. Amy got all C's, presumably still at Mars University, so her parents are going to get her a car. Because if she'd gotten all B's,
they'd buy me a bar.
I guess they never expected her to get all A's, because then what? She'd get an R?
Gar.
Bender then shows a recall notice that only has 3 different model numbers on it, meaning this recall isn't affecting very many units. And in the very next episode, The Lesser of Two Evils,
get it? It's chlorine!
We learn that none of these are Bender's number.
We're both expressible as a sum of 2 cubes! Woo!
It is good he goes in anyway, as Leela wasn't paying attention to the conversation and almost causes a major catastrophe.
Let's go, Bender.
Next, we meet Victor, another one of my favorite side characters.
A gentleman always sells a lady a car first.
Who finds himself in the vote for best moment.
No dog food for Victor tonight.
As he pitches Amy the Beta Romeo, possibly the successor of the Alfa Romeo.
Which protects, lifts, and separates.
Then we see Fry fawning over the free coffee.
Yep, she's beautiful coffee, all right.
Before being approached by this charismatic salesman.
So how much were you thinking of spending on this Thunder Cougar Falconbird?
And his art of persuasion.
It's wonderful that you don't care whether anyone questions your sexual orientation.
I care plenty.
As he tries to get Fry into the Thunder Cougar Falconbird, which is a mashup of the Ford Thunderbird, Ford Falcon, and Mercury Cougar. In name at least. And I don't know about you, but there is something very pleasing about saying,
Thunder Cougar Falconbird.
Victor effortlessly charms Amy with promises of the car's many eagle-based features.
Also, there are some eagles under the floorboards.
Before upselling her to the luxury edition.
It saddens me to think of you missing out.
A price tag that's no issue for Amy's incredibly rich parents. And $55,000 for a brand new car, especially one with that much eagle, is a hell of a deal. Even though Amy's poor negotiating skills,
I thought it was an auction.
Has her parents, coughing up $80,000, making Malfunctioning Eddie very happy. Bender is in the back getting his ass serviced, as his recall was for catastrophic butt failure, which is likely a reference to the 70s Ford Pinto, which could explode when involved in rear-end collisions. But he throws caution to the wind as he refuses to have his ass defaced in such a way.
You, sir, have defaced a national treasure.
Back at the office, after Amy does a horrible job parking,
I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
We hear Hermes lambasting himself for even considering asking for Valentine's Day off.
But I was in no mood for any of my shenanigans.
Which I guess is in a few days. But the earliest President's Day could be is the 15th. So how did it come before Valentine's Day? Amy ends up inviting Fry for a trip to Mercury in her new car. And if the inaccuracies around Valentine's and President's Day pissed you off, then their joyride around Mercury, which has a surface temperature of 800 degrees,
So what, shorts?
ought to really get your blood boiling. Margaritas and Pop-Tarts drain the fuel tank after they skipped this cleverly named fueling station. And coming from Texas, I can guarantee that any time spent in the blistering heat with the windows rolled up means certain death. So this creepy tow truck driver would just be seeing corpses. I want to know what movie Hermes was trying to explain with his football play drawing. I'm going to guess The Waterboy by Adam Sandler. Classic. Fry and Amy drop the bombshell of their romantic involvement during a roundtable discussion, with Bender and Leela mercilessly roasting Zoidberg.
For your information, it's because he's hideous.
A moment that almost made it into the vote. But it's hard to beat Bender coming to the realization that people are willing to pay money for love, giving us this immortal Bender line.
$100 and time served.
Stupid anti-pimping laws.
Bender, honey, we love you.
Shut up, baby, I know it.
He then opts for a more legal, but arguably more sleazy scheme to exploit people's desperation.
Beep, 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 beep.
And he's also a genius sloganeer with his clever wordplay, using this version of discreet, as people don't normally like to advertise their desperation, and this version to let everyone know that he, as a robot, will be able to find them matches with a high level of accuracy. And he's off to a good start with a line of customers, like Larry, standing in front of Lou from the cryogenics lab.
Why do you always have to say it that way?
Zap is also there,
I'll just have everything on the menu.
trying to use a fake name. But I think Smith might just be his middle name.
Zap Smith. Brannigan.
Fry and Amy are getting busy in the closet. Fry panics when Amy tells him how much she likes hanging out.
Hanging out?
Leela then gets herself in the vote for best moment with this one.
I'm not a one-woman man, Leela.
You'll be back to zero soon enough.
Amy invites Fry to Europa this time, a stark contrast to Mercury, with Zoidberg tagging along.
Did someone say something about a free hot meal?
En route, they pass by a malfunctioning Tycho-magnetic anomaly, a nod to 2001: A Space Odyssey. Fry attempts to let Amy down gently, with a terrible metaphor.
You don't like chocolate?
Look, could chocolate just let me finish?
But Zoidberg's driving skills cut their conversation short with a crash, explaining how Fry's head ends up on Amy's body.
Looks like we'll be spending a lot more time together, Fry.
While Fry is finishing their conversation back in the closet, we see a few items, like these emergency beans, which you can never have too many beans.
Cool. Beans.
Cool.
Beans.
Condensed milk, which is f***ing disgusting. And P and NP, which is some nerd problem. Bender's new business is raking in the cash as his chest cavity is stacked with $500 bills that Al Gore is the face of.
I have ridden the mighty moonworm.
I guess the writers hoped he'd be elected president eventually.
1 gallon of gas.
Though Leela ends up paying $600 just to not get matched with Zap. Fry, also out of desperation, goes to see him.
But seeing as how it's you, I'll need it in advance.
Amy seems to be the only one not in need of Bender's services, as we see her getting ready for her date, answering that age-old question.
You're practically ready now.
Yeah, but it's good to make them wait a little.
Oh, God, it's true.
But now it's off to Elzar's for a Valentine's Day dinner, introducing new characters like Amy's date Gary.
I must say, Amy, you're all made up. Just like Fry's date. Get it?
And Fry's date Petunia.
How's that meat? Don't mind if I do.
Leela's date turns out to be our good friend Sal,
Nice eyeball.
Nice ass.
ready to take his chances with the voluptuous Leela.
I guarantee she'll put out. Yeah, I'll take my chances.
However, Bender's supposed discreet matchmaking is revealed to be a sham, as all the dates were just bus stop patrons, waiting for their ride to Nutley.
Did you say 10:15 to Nutley?
Why, yes, I did.
Even Zap's date. I do wonder what Zap's reaction would have been to her surprise.
Baby, wait. You didn't show me your surprise.
Leela ends up saving Fry from having to awkwardly participate in Amy's hookup as she plays into Gary's love of banking regulations.
You know, I heard that banking industry regulations are really very simple.
Oh, no, that's not true.
Zoidberg reattaches Fry's head, albeit without his dorsal fin or chest-mounted laser cannon.
Can I live without it?
If you call that living.
Bender then tries to end the episode by suggesting his discreet matchmaking is what brought Fry and Leela together.
Didn't I, Leela? Didn't I?
But the real ending of the episode is to remind us of the commercialization of Valentine's Day and its exploitation of insecurities for profit. Another day where we spend our money on meaningless gifts and empty gestures, all to try to get a little action. But that's Bender's opinion, not mine. Anyway, let's end this video like we normally do, with a vote for best moment. Will it be Victor, a very talented salesman?
No dog food for Victor tonight.
Bender's short time as a pimp?
$500 and time served. Stupid anti-pimping laws.
Bender, honey, we love you.
Shut up, baby, I know it.
Or Leela's brutal honesty?
I'm not a one-woman man, Leela.
You'll be back to 0 soon enough.
Get that vote in or put your favorite moment down in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe and get ready for the next video covering the lesser of two evils.
Get it? It's chlorine!